Good morning once again. In my first video, I share about one study from Harvard about human development. Now I would like to share this story from Roseto, Pennsylvania. This because this town is an anomaly in the United States in the 1950s because of their health condition, where everybody is dying of heart disease. It's an epidemic during those years. But these people seem to be healthy. They're dying of old age. This town, Roseto, is composed of Italian immigrants who migrated in the United States in the early 1900s by groups. And they settled down somewhere in the hills in Pennsylvania, and they called their town Roseto. And in 1961, there is this doctor, Dr. Stewart Wolf, who happened to spend his summer vacation in Pennsylvania. And he was invited to give a talk to a local medical society there. And after the talk, they invited him for a beer in a local bar. And one doctor said, Dr. Falcon, he said that, I've been practicing medicine for 17 years, and I rarely find anybody in Roseto who has heart disease. It was impossible to be a doctor and not see heart disease, Dr. Falcon said. So this caught his attention. And being a cardiologist and professor in Oklahoma University, he started hiring university students and sociologists in Oklahoma University to help him figure out what's going on in this town. And when they went to first check their death record, sure enough, these people, the heart attack rate in Roseto was half the national average. No men under 65 died of heart disease. And the death rate from all causes is 30 to 35% lower than average. So this is really unusual. So they thought maybe because of their diet, maybe because of their exercise habits or olive oil. But they find out that these people were eating meatballs fried in lard. They eat pizza and pasta with eggs and sausage. A whopping 41% of their calories come from fats. They're morbidly obese. There's these sweets, I forgot the name. These sweets which they used to eat only during Christmas. But now they're eating all year round. Many of them are struggling from obesity. They don't exercise, they drink, and they smoke. So they're supposed to be a good candidate for heart disease, right? But they were healthy. And John Brown said, one of the sociologists, he said that there was no suicide, no alcoholism, no drug addiction, and very little crime. And nobody in welfare too. Then they look at peptic ulcers. They didn't have any of those either. These people were dying of old age, that's it. So they thought, maybe because of their genes. So they went to check their cousins, the other Rosetans who live in the other parts of the United States, especially the nearby town, Bangor and Nazareth, where you can find a lot of Rosetans there. But their health conditions were the same as everybody else in the country. But when they go around the town, they figure out why. They see how these Rosetans visit one another. They stop by each other's house or in the street and simply talk in Italian. They cook together in their backyard. They learn about extended family clans, these close family ties. 3 generations living under one roof. They celebrate together, they go to church together. And John Brown said, I feel the unifying and calming effect of the church. In short, these Rosetans are healthy because they were never lonely. They were nourished by each other through relationship. But in the 1970s, these children of Rosetans, they want that American dream. They want to have a better financial, material life. So they start having big houses, put fences around their houses, swimming pools, expensive cars. And I think there's no problem about that. But the problem is they become more and more isolated with each other. Not so many of them live in 3 generations anymore. So, in 1971, the first person died of heart disease under the age of 45. And that high blood pressure tripled, strokes increased, and by the 1980s, that fatal heart attack rate in Roseto was the same as everybody else in the country. So why is this? What makes us healthy when we are in good relationship, when we are happy? On the other hand, the opposite also true. What makes us unhealthy when we are lonely? And I would like to share that in my next video. And also I would like to share these centenarians. These people who live to be 100 or more. There are actually 5 regions in the world where you can find a lot of centenarians, people who live to be more than 100. And what lessons they learn from them, what lifestyle they have. And I found 3 relationships that they maintain that keeps them live longer. So I'll see you in my next video.